Hi there, welcome! Welcome to Rodrigo Bifer's English class. This is class number 16. Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And make sure you give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video with your friends and people you know. And feel free to join our group to have some free English classes. You can do that by visiting my website at www.inglesperfeito.com or just WhatsApp me at that number you can see on your screen, okay? All right, today's class is a very nice class and a very useful class. We're going to focus on communication. Communication in English is very important because it makes the whole difference if you can communicate well, okay? And today we're going to focus on asking questions to clarify, to ask the meaning of something when you don't understand, okay? And we're going to practice saying abbreviations, okay? So when we look at an abbreviation or we say an abbreviation or we listen to someone saying it, okay, do we understand the abbreviation? Huh? All right. And we're going to learn, of course, the alphabet in English. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do it. Okay, so let's review some of the situations, some everyday situations when we use the alphabet in English, okay? So when we need to spell names, so spelling names or unusual words, that's something we do all the time. Every time we say our names or people say their names, usually they spell the names and other unusual words too, okay, that they need to say, and to make sure that the listener gets the right word, the right spelling, we spell it, okay? This is something we do all the time in communication. Also, we ask for, or we use the alphabet, okay? We use letters, the letters of the alphabet, to clarify meaning, okay? That happens every time you say something and the sound of it may cause some confusion, okay? So to make sure people are understanding everything you're saying, every letter, we use, you know, we spell what we are trying to say to clarify meaning. And we also use abbreviations, okay? Abbreviations is something we use a lot. People love abbreviations. So we're going to talk about that today as well. Do you remember that slide that you can see right now? That is a slide that we used many classes ago about classroom English. Okay. Today I want to focus on only a few of those questions. All right. So only the questions that you can see in red font. So could you repeat that, please? Okay. You can use that question to ask someone to repeat something you don't understand, but you can also use that question changing the verb repeat by the verb spell. Okay, so you can say, could you spell that, please? All right, is that okay? Is that clear? So you are not sure how to spell something and you ask, could you spell that, please? Okay, that's a polite question, and people that are listening to you will spell the word, and so you know exactly how to spell it. Other questions. What does mean? Okay, so you know, we want to know the meaning of an abbreviation. You can use that question, or what's the meaning of. So the slide before this one, we saw an abbreviation, RSVP. Okay, we're going to talk about the meaning of that abbreviation today. So you can ask, what does RSVP mean? Or what's the meaning of RSVP? Okay, because you have no idea. You just see the abbreviation and you don't know what it means. Okay, and of course, how do you spell? Okay, and we use that when we can hear something, we get the sound of it, but we don't know the spelling. So we ask that question. So abbreviations in English. All right, people love abbreviations in English. In many languages, people love abbreviations. Okay, so what are the common or most important or most used abbreviations in English. Let's talk about that. All right, have you ever felt like that? You see an abbreviation and you have no idea what it means, okay? So today we're going to clarify all the meaning of those letters that sometimes are confusing and we see them, but actually we have no idea what they mean and we have to go and Google Google the abbreviation. We have to look them up online to know the meaning of it, okay? Let's talk about that. And of course, the only way for us to practice abbreviations is to practice the alphabet. So the alphabet is something that you have to master, you have to memorize, you have to know by heart. Okay, so every letter in English, there are only 26 letters. You must be able to say them with the correct sound, okay, the correct pronunciation. All right, so that is the alphabet in English, okay? And that goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right, so that's the alphabet, okay? There's a way to start memorizing the sounds. What sometimes we wonder, but when we're learning English, we're learning a new language, we may wonder what each letter of the alphabet sounds like. So take a look at these colors that I just placed on some letters. Okay, all the yellow letters have the A sound. So the first letter of the alphabet is A, of course, the first letter, A, okay, A, B, C. So that sound A is also the same for the letters H and J and K. So if you look at the yellow letters only, you see all the letters of the alphabet that sound A or have the A sound, sorry, okay? So they have the A sound, A, H, J, K. That's a good idea of grouping the letters together so you memorize them as a group, the group of the letters that sound A. What about the group of letters that sound E or have the E sound? Okay, B, C, D, E, then G, then P, then T, then V, and then Z. Okay. And that is usually the sound for the letter Z in the US, okay? Because in England, in Europe, okay, in British English, the last letter of the alphabet will be pronounced Z, okay? But for now, we're just going to focus on the sound Z as they do in North America, okay? What about the green letters? The green letters all sound eh. They have the eh sound, okay? So F, L, M, N, S, and X. They all have the eh sound, okay? O is the only letter that sounds O, okay? Just like R is the only letter in the alphabet that sounds R, okay? But you have two letters that have the I sound, which are I and Y, and these are the red letters, the ones I colored red, okay, I and Y. So you can associate, you can match those two letters in your mind to remember that they have the same sound, I, Y, okay? And the last group, sound group in the alphabet is the letters that sound, that have the oo sound, okay? So we have three letters and those are Q, U, and W. Q, U, and W. Okay, so grouping the letters according to the sound, what they sound like, is very useful. And of course, another very useful tool to memorizing the alphabet is the alphabet song. Okay, that's a very famous song in English, and it goes a little bit like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Okay. Now I know my ABCs. Okay. I know them now. Now I'm practicing. Next time I sing the song, won't you sing with me? So this means please sing with me. Okay. It's an invitation for singing. So you can pause the video now if you want and practice singing the song. Okay. Or you can also go online and find some videos with the alphabet song, and there are different versions of the alphabet song. Okay, this is just one of them, but it's a very useful thing to memorize because sometimes you are trying to remember the letter. Suppose you're trying to remember letter J. Okay, and you don't know if it's J or G. So you just go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So J, when you say the letters, when you sing the song, you can pause and you will know exactly that letter, the pronunciation of that letter. Okay, let's move on. Okay, abbreviations. What does that mean? Okay, this is the classical question, okay, for an abbreviation. So if you see an abbreviation, let's suppose the abbreviation LOL, okay, and you can ask, what does LOL mean? Okay, but you can also ask, what does LOL stand for? Okay, so BTW stand for equals represent. Okay, so stand for equals represent. When you ask, what does and then the abbreviation you want to know, stand for. Okay, well, stand for means represent, so an abbreviation represents some ideas, okay, some words. And BTW is an abbreviation. What does BTW mean? I just did this on purpose. I used the abbreviation BTW here on this slide because I want you to start thinking about that. Okay, BTW. What does BTW mean? Okay, I'm going to answer that soon when we talk about all the abbreviations in English. Okay, some examples. What does BRB mean? Okay, BRB. That's an abbreviation. What does it mean? Another example. What does CIA stand for? Okay, what does CIA represent? Let's move on. So here you have some abbreviations, 21 abbreviations to be exact, okay? And I'm going to say them out loud, and I want you to try and repeat them after me, okay? You're going to practice repeating these abbreviations, and after that we're going to ask the meaning of these abbreviations, and we're going to find out the meaning of each one of them, okay? I promise, all of them we're going to cover in this class. So what does each of these abbreviations mean? Don't worry, now we're going to talk about this soon, okay? Now I just want you to hear me saying the abbreviations, and please repeat after me, okay? So I say the abbreviation and you say it out loud. Please go ahead and do it, okay? The first one, let's follow the sequence. Okay, so AKA. Good, okay? ASAP. ASAP. Oh, in this case, you have two possible pronunciations, or two ways of pronouncing or saying that abbreviation. Okay, you can say ASAP, or you can say ASAP. Usually, people just say ASAP in English. Okay, so I prefer to say ASAP. Next, BFF. That's easy, okay? BRB. Then BTW. BTW is the one that I used some slides ago. Remember? Let's find what it means. CEO. Okay, that one's really common in English. CIA. CIA. Next column, DIY. DIY. Well done. Okay. FAQ, FAQ. That's a common abbreviation in English. FBI, okay? If you like watching movies, you probably heard that abbreviation in movies, okay? FBI. FYI, FYI. Go ahead, repeat every abbreviation, okay? As I say it, I want you to say it too, okay? LCD, LCD. LOL, LOL. OMG, okay? PDF. Then you have PLZ, RSVP. That one is really interesting. We're going to talk about that. And then you have PS. And then THX. And USA. That one's probably easy. And the last one, www. Okay? All right, let's move on. Now, abbreviations in real life. Okay, abbreviations are very useful in real life because sometimes we use abbreviations to make our text shorter. Okay, so suppose you see that picture, the picture of that man. It's a very famous man, and I'm sure you probably know him. Okay, because he's very famous, and you have a text saying his name, but then they say that his name is Edson Arantes do Nascimento, aka Pelé. Wow, okay, I know that his name is Edson, but people call him Pelé. Okay, but what about aka? So that's the abbreviation, aka. What does aka mean? Do you know? It means also known as, also known as, also known as. Okay, so also means that the person is known in that way too. Okay, so when something has two different or possible names, one of them is said first, and then you say aka, and the second one, which is probably the one that people know most often, most frequently, people use most frequently, like Pelé, for example. People just call him Pelé. People don't call him Edson Arantes do Nascimento. So his name is Edson Arantes do Nascimento, but he's known as Pelé. He's also known as Pelé, right? So that is very interesting because now we can find out the meaning of all those abbreviations that we use in English. So let's talk about all of them, each abbreviation that we saw in the slide, in that slide with all the abbreviations, okay? All right, ASAP, ASAP. What does ASAP mean? Okay, you can see someone, running, I'm on my way, and running as fast as possible because someone probably asked this person to do something ASAP. So what does ASAP mean? That's right, I guess you probably know. It means as soon as possible, as soon as possible, okay? If you need to do something as soon as possible, you need to do it, the sooner the better. So as soon as you can, as fast as you can. There are other ways of saying that, okay? But this is a very famous abbreviation. Next, we have the BFF. Okay, what does BFF mean? Look at those two girls. Do you know? Okay, maybe you do know the meaning of BFF, and it means best friend forever. Okay, children love to have best friends, and they say, "Oh, you're my best friend forever. You're my BFF." All right. How about BRB? Suppose you get a message on your phone, or you send someone a message, and you just end the conversation saying suddenly, okay, you interrupt the conversation saying BRB. What does it mean? It's a very interesting and common abbreviation. It means be right back. So it means I will be right back, or just be right back. So I'll be back. Right means soon, okay? I'll be back soon. I'll be right back. All right. What about BTW? Oh, BTW, it means by the way, okay? This is the one that I used when I talked to you about the question, what does something, okay, stand for? And so I wanted to add the information that stand for equals represent. Stand for means represent. So I said BTW stand for equals represent. BTW is by the way. So every time you need to add some information that is related to what you're saying, you say by the way, and then you, okay? But sometimes people just use abbreviations because they don't want to spell by space the space way, okay? So on your phone you just spell BTW, okay? What about CEO? That's a very interesting business abbreviation. Do you know the meaning of CEO? CEO is usually, you know, the person with the most important job in the company, the one that represents the company. People know who the person that, you know, manages, controls the company. What does it mean? It means Chief Executive Officer. Chief Executive Officer. So it's the highest, probably the highest job in a company. What does CIA mean? That's right. It means Central Intelligence Agency. Central Intelligence Agency. That's a U.S. Institution, okay? It's an American institution, and we know that because we always see the CIA in movies, okay? What about DIY? Look at all those tools. Saws, screwdrivers, wrenches, hammers, scissors, okay? So DIY is a famous abbreviation in English, and it means do it yourself. So DIY means do it yourself. Okay, you can buy some objects that you must work to put them together, and you can do that yourself, and that's a DIY. There are DIY shops. Okay, lots of interesting, fun things are done by ourselves at home, and we call that DIY. Okay, do it yourself. When you do it, you do all the work yourself. What does FAQ mean? That's right, frequently asked questions. Frequently asked questions. Okay, so in a website or on a book, you can have a session, a part of the website of that book, where you have all the questions that people usually ask, and that's an FAQ session or FAQ area, and it just means frequently asked questions. All right, what about FBI? Another very famous abbreviation in movies, just like CIA, okay? FBI. What does it mean? It means Federal Bureau of Investigation, another U.S. institution, okay? It's similar to the police, okay? But they are more focused on specific investigations, okay? So the FBI. What about FYI? It means for your information, okay? So sometimes we just want to add extra information, and we want to make sure that this is something that I'm telling you for your information. So I say FYI, and then what I want to say, okay? We say FYI, and we give the information right after, okay? FYI, a famous abbreviation in English. What about LCD? We usually see televisions, TV sets, you know, with the LCD display or LCD screen. But what does it mean? Okay, we use that abbreviation, but sometimes we don't think about the meaning, but the meaning is just liquid crystal display. Okay, liquid crystal display. What about LOL? We use that in texting a lot. It means laughing out loud. So you are texting someone and you get a joke and you find the joke so funny, you just type LOL to let the people on the other side know that you are laughing out loud. Okay, so first you laugh, of course, and then you inform your friends that you are laughing out loud because the joke was really funny and you're laughing about it. OMG, another very common abbreviation to express surprise when something is really unbelievable or something that makes you surprised and you find it hard to believe. You just want to say, "Oh my God," and that expresses surprise, and people use that abbreviation a lot. Instead of spelling "Oh my God," people just spell OMG. Okay, OMG, but that's what it means. What about this very famous abbreviation? We use that a lot. If you work with documents on a computer, you probably use a lot of documents on the PDF format, okay? And that means portable document format. Portable document format. What about PLZ? What does it mean in conversation, okay? It's just a short way of saying please, okay? PLZ, please. Now that one I'm going to give you some time to think about, okay? I'm going to give you some suspense here, okay? What does RSVP mean? We usually get that abbreviation at the end of an invitation. So you get an invitation, okay? And usually on the invitation, on the invite there, you have those letters, okay? RSVP. And it means, believe it or not, it means it's used in English, but it doesn't mean anything in English. It does mean something in English, but the letters themselves, RSVP, mean a sentence in French. Okay? So in French, people will pronounce répondez s'il vous plaît. Répondez s'il vous plaît. And that's French. Répondez s'il vous plaît. What does that mean in English? In English, it just means please respond. So if you get a letter or an invitation and you have the RSVP abbreviation, it means that you must respond, okay? You must either accept or decline the invitation, but you must respond. What about PS? That's very common when we write a note and we finish the note and we want to write something else, we want to add some extra information in the end. Usually at the end of the note, we just write PS and then we add the information we want to say. Just like on that note you can see, okay, the person finished the note and at the bottom of the paper they wrote PS, I love you. Okay, I think that's even the name of a movie. Okay, it means postscript. Postscript. This means that something was written afterwards. It was written at the end, after you finish your letter. And the words are postscript. People just write PS, okay? What about THX? You get a THX on your message, on your texting message. That's just a short way of saying thanks. THX is just a short way of saying thanks. Oh, that one is probably easy for you. The USA, okay? The USA is the United States of America, of course. And I think this is the last one. www. What does it mean? Well, we use that every time we're going to type an address on the internet, okay, on the URL field, it usually starts with www dot and the address on the internet, and that only means World Wide Web, because the internet is a web of computers. Web means what does web mean? Okay, web, W-E-B. Well, if you think about a spider usually builds a web to catch insects to eat. Okay, so a spider web is, you know what a spider is? You may remember the Spider-Man. It's a famous superhero. So a web is what the spider builds where it lives in order to catch insects for food. Okay, and a web of computers is just a complicated system where all the computers are interconnected to each other. Okay, we call that a web. And the World Wide Web is a web of computers all over the world. So it's the www that we see before the addresses online on the internet. Okay, thank you so much. And I want to know, what other abbreviations do you know in English? Please let me know, okay? I just used two abbreviations, as you can see. PLZ, LMK. This means, please let me know. Please let me know the abbreviations you know. Do you know the abbreviation HAND? What about MTV? What about CMO? What about LAR? L8R? What about B4 and DOB? BBC? Nylon, NYLON. Believe it or not, this is a word that we use which comes from two abbreviations together, and RIP, and many others. Okay, I want you to type here for me on the comments, and if you are on my group of English classes on the WhatsApp, please contribute on the group. Let me know all the abbreviations you know in English, the ones you would like to know, and let's practice abbreviations together. Let's practice saying the abbreviations and practice the vocabulary together, the alphabet, okay, together. And so we have a lot that we have learned today, okay? I hope you have enjoyed this class. You may watch the video as many times as you want to make sure you remember and practice your English. Please share this video with your connections, okay, with your friends and family. And if you wish to learn more, come and join us. Join our group to have free weekly classes. Okay, we have a WhatsApp group, and you can do that by filling a form on my website, inglesperfeito.com, or just WhatsApping me at that number you can see there. Okay, so 16-993-22-6060. Thank you so much for watching today's class. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next class. Thank you.